Hello friends, today I am going to show you a way how you can get multiple matches from multiple sheets, right? Now, if you see, some person name are written in these cells, right? Now these person names are also written in each of these tabs in week 1 and in week 2, right? And if you see, these names are not in order, but they are appearing multiple times, right? For example, this person Sean, he is also appearing in week 1 as well as in week 2, right? So we have our data like this. Okay, I have to put it like this, week 1, right? Now I want to retrieve the data based on the month name. For example, if I put Jan over here, right, so I should get data for this particular person based on this particular sheet, right? So if I put Feb, I should get data from February sheet, and similarly for March as well. Now to do this, first of all, let me delete this. First of all, we will create a drop down of all the 3 months over here. Now to create a drop down, let me select a cell, and I will go to my formulas if you are using this Excel Tailor tool, and I will use get sheet names. Now when I click on get sheet names, you see that you have got some sheet names over here which are available in this workbook. Now if you see, there are two sheets name like is data and data 2 which are not visible but which are basically on in hidden mode. Okay, next thing what we need to do, we'll just because this is an array formula, we'll just copy this formula as values like this, and I will click on copy formulas as values from selection, right? And now I will delete this, and I will delete this, and I will create a drop down for Jan, Feb and March, right? So I will select this cell or this cell, sorry, and I will click on drop down, and I will click on create drop down from range, and I will select this, and it is asking me select destination cell, and select destination cell where I need my drop down. So I will select this cell and I will click on OK, right? Now I will delete this, and my drop down is now created. Okay, so this is the first step, so that whenever I will change this drop down, I will get the figures from this particular month over here. Now the next step is I will go to this tab Jan, and I will select all these tabs Jan, Feb and March, right? And I will retrieve the sheet names of these tabs here in G1 cell. So I have selected everything, and I will click on get location, and I will click on sheet name. So it is asking me select cell where you want to retrieve sheet name. So I have already selected my cell, that is G1, and I click on OK, right? Now you will see that the sheet name is retrieved on all the 3 sheets. Okay, so I will again select everything. The next formula that I am going to use right now is I will go here in formulas and will click on get last row with blanks, right? So I will select this, right, and I will select this particular cell, and I will click on OK, right? So once I click on OK, you can see a formula has been entered over here, right? Now in place of this Jan, right, what I will do, let's just double click on it, delete this and select this particular cell, right, and I press enter. So once I press enter, you can see the same thing has been reflected in each of these 3 sheets. Now I have got the range for this particular this particular range, right? Now I have to get the range for this range as well. So what I will do, I will just right now I am copy pasting the same formula over here, and in place of this I will just drag it over here, and I press enter. Now I have both these ranges, D3 is to D11 and E3 is to E11, right? And for each and every sheet each and every sheet, it is different, right, based on the range, right? For example, if you see in March it is D3 is to D12, in February it is D3 is to D10. Now if we have observed, right, all these formulas are in the same cells, that is H1 and I1, right? So what I will do, I will just put H1 over here and I1 over here. Now I will use a formula in this cell, that is indirect format, right? And it is asking me select cell with sheet name, so I will select my cell with sheet name and select cell with cell reference in text, and I will select it like this, right? So I have got the range, right, for Feb. So if I change it to Jan, it is like D3 is to D11. If I change it to to March, it is like D3 is to D12. Similarly, I want to get range for this as well, right? So I will again use the same formula, indirect format, March and this, like this. So now I have two things in hand, D3 is to D12 and E3 is to E12, and if I change it, it will get dynamically changed. So that's the second part. The third part is what we have to do. We have to again use this particular formula in this cell, right? So I will go to formula. Again, we will click on indirect format. I will select the sheet name, and this time we will select this, not this, right? And we'll click on OK. So once we click on OK, you can see all the names are appearing here. Similarly, we'll do it for this data as well. So I'm selecting the sheet name and I'm selecting this range as well. So we have data like this, right? Now if I change it to Feb, it is getting changed. If I change it to March, it is taking the table from March, right? I hope you have understood this. So the next thing is that I'm just double clicking on it and will put apostrophe like this, and over here also I am putting apostrophe like this, right? I just want to copy this formula, that's it, like this. Okay, now we'll plot this formula here. So let me copy this formula first, like this, and I will use the formula is equal to et underscore multi lookup. We'll select the lookup value, right? And we have already copied this, so we'll paste it over here like this, right? I will put another comma, okay, and I will close the bracket like this and press enter. So we'll get a value error, right? So what we need to do, we just need to copy this, okay, and again double click on this, and after this comma and before this bracket we'll paste it and we'll press enter. So you can see we have got this data for Sean, right? Now let us do one thing. Wherever there is an F2, right, F2 is this cell, we will make it absolute, right? So let's make it absolute first, like this, and press enter. Now I will copy and paste it till the last cell, right? Now if you see, if I click on Feb, we are getting figures for Feb, for Sean. I mean in week 2 Sean has data like 59, and in week 1 it is 34. So let's check it. Yes, it's 34 for week 1, and in next week it is 59, right? And similarly for March as well, right? So this data is changing dynamically, right? Now if you want, you can hide this data if you do not need it. Sorry, if you don't want to show it to someone else, so you can hide this data, and this is how you can get multiple matches from multiple sheets. I know it is quite complicated, but I mean if you practice this, you will be able to understand how it normally works. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.